from the mud. There's dirt on my hands.
Hello YouTube, Boss Rino. Welcome to my channel. Sa ito, 5 videos accidentally captured something paranormal. Part 5. So ito ay The Darkest Secret. Oo, bagong-bago to, Darkest Secret, siyempre. So paborito ko to. Oo. Yung alam ko yung number 1 dito, medyo napanood na natin something. Pero titignan pa rin natin kung ano yung sinabi ni Darkest Secret dito. So ito, tirahin natin to bago pa tirahin ng iba.
We start this investigation with an old but very interesting video. It is an old VHS tape that was found in the basement of the girl you now see on the screen.
Parang nakakatakot kagad, Chinese eh.
According to relatives, this girl would have been bothered by a presence since she was little. She used to sleepwalk and spend most of her time sedated because doctors had diagnosed her with psychotic episodes. But what this video leaves us with is evidence that apparently what tormented her did not live only in her mind.
Ito na. Putyang inang yan. Ano yan? Ang bilis ng trend pero nakita natin na gano'n, no?
You can clearly see the body of a woman on the other side of the car. The strange thing here is that the being seems to be walking dangerously between both train tracks.
You know?
Something completely unusual,
Ano gagawa nun dun?
not to say dangerous. Do you think this is real? Number 6.
Gago. Parang ang hirap i-edit nun kung tumatakbo yung tren eh, di ba? Grabe.
What awaits you next is a recent and also incredible video. A clip that accidentally recorded something paranormal, but most importantly is that it was captured completely live, eliminating any possibility that it could be a setup. La Vega Mundial. It is a Facebook page whose administrator is responsible for covering all the news that happens in the town of El Quemado in the Dominican Republic. One day, this administrator went to an unfortunate event that had occurred in a nearby lagoon. A boy had fallen, and being unable to get out, he lost his life. He went to do a live streaming to report the sad news. By the time he arrived, the body had already been pulled out of the water, so he began to interview those already at the scene. However, days later, his inbox began to fill with notifications. It turns out that some of his followers began to indicate that something had been caught on camera. The comments said that the boy's spirit was still staring at the area where he had drowned.
Está mojado. ¿Qué tiempo duraron buscándolo a él? Donde se tocó allá.
Ako, awang-awa ako dyan, yun sa mga nalulunod. Naawa ako kasi hindi ako marunong lumangoy eh. Kaya takot din ako sa tubig talaga eh. Diba? Tapos yung mga nalulunod, nakakaawa. Oo, nakakaawa.
Miren ahí, donde usted se tocó.
Para kasi pag namatay sila, parang dahan-dahan eh. Kasi diba, alam mo yun, nachuchok sila. Hindi sila makahinga. Yun yung nakakaawa din.
Al joven llamado Heriberto, que reside en el Huacalito. Eso pertenece. ¿El nombre suyo cuál es? Vemos que hay más personas también que ayudaron. ¿Cuántas personas de la comunidad?
Bien.
6 personas colaboraron a encontrar al joven, que les voy a enseñar la foto ahora de nuevo, llamado Heriberto. Donde están viendo ese tronco, más adelante fue que un señor lo tocó con sus manos o sus pies.
Nasaan pa? Ito? Oh, kaluluwa oh. Oh! Gago, hindi masyado pansin. Hindi siya masyado pansin.
Later, the man who made the live transmission assured that he never saw that image that was reflected in the water. For many, that reflection is the spitting image of the young man who lost his life that day. A shot that is certainly impossible to falsify, since this type of transmission does not give opportunity to situations like these. In fact, the same channel administrator said that it was his own followers who noticed this image.
Grabe ka talaga, susuriin mo talaga eh. Bago makita yung espiritu na yan, talaga susuriin mo. Hindi rin natin kita kanina eh, kundi niya isusum talaga eh.
Without a doubt, an extremely impressive moment. Number 5.
Five videos accidentally captured, number 5 pa lang. So, dapat to 7.
In his email, he identified himself only as Peter. A subscriber who's surfing the internet came across an extremely interesting video uploaded to YouTube for the first time by the Tri-State Paranormal Investigators channel. The video itself tells the following story. There is a hotel called Cumberland Gap Inn, a hotel located in the state of Tennessee, United States. Many guests have asked to be changed from room 107 or simply check out after occupying it, a room where including employees say they have witnessed strange things. Among them, objects changing places, and the feeling of never being alone.
Nako.
This is why investigators arrived at the scene.
Na-experience na ba yung feeling na ganun? Yung pag mag-isa ka, feeling mo hindi ka mag-isa. Alam mo yung feeling na gano'n. Oh, ako madalas ako gano'n.
After believing they had seen something moving.
O tamang hinala lang tayo, no? Tamang hinala
While
lang.
monitoring the DVR system. Once being in the room, and after a couple of minutes, this is what the camera captured.
Wow! Ayan na. Kinikilabutan ako. Para may umuupo doon sa kama. Kita nyo? Ayun o, may umupo. Puta, ina naman talaga. Oh, Diyos ko.
Incredibly, the mattress of one of the beds sinks as if someone had sat down. Although, as the images show, they were alone in the room at all times. How can this be possible? How can you fabricate something like that? Without a doubt, one of the paranormal investigations with the most similar results to the real thing that I have seen in a long time. Regardless of whether this is false or not, when the paranormal occurs, according to the opinions of those who have actually experienced it, this is how it happens. Number 4.
Takot yung ganyan, yung isipin nyo nakahiga ka tapos biglang lulubog yung kama. Ow! Tain! Magsasahig na lang ako tutulog.
In this position, we find a recording that I know if it happened to you, you would move back home right away. And speaking truthfully, who wouldn't? You see, it all happened in Javier's apartment. One of our subscribers who, along with his family, confesses the fear he has due to strange situations that have begun to occur there. He says that it has been a few months since some members of the family have begun to present strange symptoms, such as chills, intense muscle pain, and most disturbing of all, they feel a presence as if someone were inches away from their neck. They thought they were suffering from a mass psychosis or something like that, until one day one of the relatives decided to leave a camera on all night. What you now see on the screen corresponds to Javier's room. He placed the camera in this area because the strange sensations increased when trying to sleep. He felt an inexplicable fear when he closed his eyes. He left his cell phone charging and recording and went to sleep. The result of this will leave him more than petrified.
Eto na. Kala ko mga building, hindi pala. Oh, gago, mata. Uy, ano yun? Wow, gago, bigla na yan.
There is no doubt that those bright eyes that stare at the camera would intimidate anyone. However,
Gago, nung sino mo, tingnan yun nung sino, may mukha na. Ayoko ng mga ganyan, yung mga nakasilip sa dilim.
Javier asked me to apply color effects to really know what was captured there, since he suspects it is his cat. After sending this correct recording to Javier, his terror increased to the maximum point, since according to his own words, he has no idea who that person is. This is not him or any of his family members. Nobody knows who he is. The most spectacular thing is that seconds later, a figure quickly passes by, erasing this person from the shot. A silhouette, an enormous figure that in Javier's own words must have measured more than 6'2". What is happening in this home? Will these supposed entities be the cause of so much chaos for Javier's family? Tell me what you think.
Gago, nakakatakot to. Iba feeling ko dito.
Number 3.
Number 3, dalawa na lang. Kasi yung number 1, parang nakita na natin eh.
What you're about to see is a somewhat ancient paranormal phenomenon. Something that if you are regular in these topics, you have probably already seen it before. But here, we will give you a deeper analysis. What you see in this video belongs to the popular YouTube channel Angry Grandpa, a channel that has been somewhat absent from the networks for some time, precisely since the unfortunate death of Angry Grandpa, the star of the channel. However, his videos will live here forever, as will his memory. Through the time that these boys recorded the fun of living with their grandfather, they captured dozens of what some would say were the funniest hours on YouTube, videos that are completely far from the paranormal. Each and every one of his videos was based on comedy. However, in one of his clips, and for a few brief seconds, something completely strange can be seen, and the creators did not notice that event until their audience, in a completely terrifying way, began to point out the paranormal event that they caught near the end of the video. In it, Grandpa is seen say goodbye as he often does, until something extremely strange peeks out from behind. What do we see on the screen? A child who spied on the recording? Or a strange entity that looks out from inside the garbage can?
Oh, shit.
Whatever it is, it disappears just seconds after the camera catches it. Many thanks to Joseph Vasquez for sending me the video. Number 2.
Kita niyo ba?
After the camera catches it, many things it's out from
Ayan, no? Tapos biglang mawawala.
inside the garbage can. Whatever
Yari tayo dyan.
Saraguro is a city located in the province of Loja, to the south of Ecuador. A beautiful and peaceful town whose inhabitants live day to day without much trouble. However, shocking news recently made all eyes turn to this place. This is after a taxi driver who was heading to the city on a night trip captured with the camera that he had installed on the windshield, which according to him has been the most shocking thing he has experienced in his life. What is it about? Watch.
Wow, ano yan? Uy, takot sila. Oh, gagi. Tino yung itsura. Takot sila.
I know that YouTubers have recorded hundreds of similar videos with better quality. I know that you yourself have seen hundreds of similar videos. But what makes this one different is that it caught the attention of the country's media because both the taxi driver and the passengers assured that this was real. That
So,
woman
pareho nila nakita. So, totoo to.
dressed as a bride was not prepared. There are only two options. One, it is a ghost. Or two, a crazy woman dressed as a bride. But it is not a setup. The reactions of both the driver and his passengers show the terror they felt when they unexpectedly found themselves face to face with what to this day they cannot explain, especially since the place was completely desolate. More than enough reason to think that in reality they witnessed something absolutely paranormal, or at least a completely terrifying event. Do you think the same? Comment below.
Parang ano siya? Oo, parang madre. No? Parang madre, di ba? Nakakatakot yung ganyan. Hindi yan setup. O, sige sabihin natin crazy woman yan na nakasuot ng madre. Nakakatakot pa rin kasi nasa liblib na daan eh, di ba? Pag ako nakakita ng ganyan, Diyos ko, lilipad ang kotse ko. Sobrang takot ko. Aapak ko talaga yung paa ko sa gas na malupit. Para maiwanan ko na ito. Nakakatakot eh. Ang problema niya, baka sumakay. Oh, shit! So, yun, maraming salamat sa panonood. At hanggang sa